This is Miss Sweetie at the end of week 1. She's a black lab pit bull mix, and she really lives up to her name. She is quite the sweetie. We just want to show here, since it's been a week, that she knows her basics. She knows place. Good job. She'll heel. She'll cast to place. Place. There's a new dog on it. She's smelling it. Here. Sit. Very nice. She was particularly anxious and nervous when she first got here, and now she's really relaxed and opened up a lot more. Yes, good job. She has a lot more of a pleasant expression on her face. Before she just looked unnerved and very nervous. Heel. Here. Good job. And now she'll take direction a lot better. I would say that she can be and was being at the start pretty stubborn. Heel. Heel. Something she got really good at is sit. Very nice, because when I would go to push down on her back end, she would brace and try to stand with all her strength. Heel. But now I don't even need to really have guidance. Sit. Good job. Just very gentle upwards pressure on the leash and the command, and she'll sit right away. We can sit her and take a couple steps backwards. Very nice. Again, we're not trying to do too much. We just want to make sure that she has concepts of all these things that are going to get a lot better later. Sit. There you go. Good job. Very nice. And I love that she's so focused. Here. Place. There you go. So doing that a bunch on and off the board here. We'll have it to where she automatically, when she comes to you, she'll go to your left-hand side and swing right into heel. Very nice. Heel. Place. Excellent. Here. Good job. Alright, so I wouldn't reward her there until she turns around and looks at me, right? Because I don't want her to get into the habit of getting on the board and facing the other direction and staying distracted. Here. Good job. Heel. Heel. Yes. Place. Place. Yes. Yes. Good job. Very nice. So she doesn't really like food too much. She's not super food motivated, so we can't train with that. But luckily, she does like getting pet, so that's more than enough to supplement positive reinforcement. Sit. Good job. We want to make sure she can stay on place. Sit. There you go. And it doesn't take a whole lot. It's just some spatial pressure, kind of leaning or stepping back towards the dog, and then reaffirming the command right away. Sit. Sit. Yes. It gets the point across very clearly. It's very clear communication and guidance. Sit. Good. So now, after a little bit of conversation there, I can maybe drop the leash, and I've fully walked away, and I trust it. Good job. All right. Heel. Come on. Here. There you go. She's still trying to get used to these position changes and navigating the board. Sit. Good job. We want to make sure that she's capable of turning with us. So she stepped backwards off the board. We're going to lean forward with light pressure on the leash until she steps forward, and then we step back. So she does it again. Just repeat that process, and then ask her to sit right there so that she gets all 4 paws on the board, and then we pet her to say, that's right, that's what we're looking for. Heel. Sit. Good job. Heel. Come on. Come on. Yes. Sit. Still getting used to picking up her back end and following us. Heel. There you go. Sit. Heel. Come on. Sit. So that time, she did it with no issue at all. Just after a little bit of teaching there and getting her paws back on the board. There you go. Sit. Yes. All right. All right, Miss Sweetie. Sit. Sit. Good. Yes. Good job. Yeah. She's glancing down at the leash like, I can't believe you really just dropped that. Here. Come on. Place. All the way. There you go. Very nice. Heel. Okay. And then real quick, sit. Sit. There you go. We had basically hardly any leash pressure at all there. Now what I want to be able to do, which I guess is already not an issue, is for her to not only stay seated, but to not worry about us in our positioning and just focus on remaining there. But that was not an issue at all, not even something to really work on. We can walk this way. Sit. And we can step over here. Sit. Sit. Good. So walking around her isn't an issue, but leading her away, especially off the cot or off the board, seems a little bit more challenging because she wants to come to me. So I'm just going in different directions and stepping away. Very nice. But she's a very fast learner, so after basically just one time of showing her right and wrong, she got it right away. So now let's do position changes or readjusting heel off the board. Sit. Good job. Heel. She hates flies and bugs, and she gets extremely distracted by them. So pro tip, and this is what I'm going to have to do, is get a bunch of pine saw, and you can kind of coat your patio or outside area with it, and the flies will not come near it. Sit. Or that's the idea, at least. Good job. Heel. Heel. Sit. Sit. So again, she knows sit, but like in all things, if the dog needs more guidance, that would be our first approach. Good job. Heel. So there she got stuck or wasn't doing it. And I don't need to correct her or go over the top. Sit. Sit. Yeah, my first approach would be to go back to more guidance and then see if that fades away and it goes through. Heel. So here she might get confused because she wants to turn the other way, but we're giving her directional guidance with this collar. And that's why this chain collar is so helpful. Number one, it rotates fully in the opposite direction, so it can't get stuck on the other side of her face. But it'll go tight and then loosen up. And we can direct the dog very, very clearly, unlike a flat collar, which is the full circumference of pressure. And this cannot slip off the dog's head, which is also great. Heel. Heel. Good job. She does things a little bit slowly. Here. We want to be able to swing into heel. Yes. Heel. Good job. Very nice. Heel. Sit. Good job. She's not exactly an athlete type of dog. Here. Come on. There you go. There you go. Good job. Heel. She definitely got the part of the lab that is the lazy one, like the English kind of lab. Sit. Sit. There you go. Good job. Very nice. So kind of a boring session or video, but sometimes that's what dog training is like. We go at the dog's pace and the dog's speed. We're not trying to rush them too much or overwhelm her. So we have to go at her pace, but as fast as we can, given what she's providing. And even with that slow pace and progress, I'm already able to drop the leash and sit her and walk away.